Developed in 1899 as two distinct golf courses located in the hill section in the heart of Old Augusta. Augusta Country Club is a classic Donald Ross design course with unique features. While determined to keep it a classic, this golf course has experienced many changes over the years and is now embracing advancements that are taking it to a whole new level of play.
In the early 30s, during the Depression, the club had to sell the lake course to gain some revenue. So ever since they chose to get rid of the lake course instead of the hill course because they felt like the hill course was the more championship course of the two. The course that we're on today was renovated in 2001. The golf course had pin cross greens back then. They were getting smaller due to Bermuda grass encroachment. We had some encroachment in the interior of the greens. The percolation and performance of the greens was starting to diminish.
Advancements in grasses have brought new varieties to the forefront and resulted in renovations that led to faster, firmer greens and improved maintenance practices.
When we did our renovation in 2001, there was no doubting that we were going to replace our pin cross with an improved variety of bent grass. The A series, the A1, A4, A6s, the G series, the G2, G4, G6, I think, were all very popular at that time. It seemed like A1, A4, G2 were the most popular, and in my research, I felt like A1 was what we needed here in this climate in Augusta.
Still, no matter how exceptional these new grasses may be, they require a superintendent's watchful eye. Augusta has been pleased with the choices of Tee to Green's A1 bent grass, yet nothing is maintenance-free.
There's nothing more important in aerification than top dressing. And we try to meet the USGA's recommendations of a minimum of 15% organic matter removal on greens in the southeast. And we do that by aerifying either 2 or 3 times a year, and the size of the aerification time will dictate the number of times that we do that. So we remove that organic matter, and then it's just frequent light top dressings, regular mowing. We mow 350 days a year out of 365. I know that's an abrasive thing, mowing, but I'm a big believer in mowing. We do a lot of rolling. That grass holds up well to smooth rolling. So it's just frequent mowing, frequent top dressing, aerification at the right times of the year, and staying on a good preventative fungicide schedule.
In this industry, products are making big advancements too. The pesticides, fungicides, and fertilizers used to keep turf in top condition are safer and more eco-friendly than in the past.
Old products like Nemacure and certain insecticides that have been phased out due to their toxicity have been replaced by other chemicals that have a much higher LD50. They're much safer to the applicator and to the environment, lower use rates. So I think the old products, as good as they were, have been replaced by newer products that do just as good a job, if not better, and are safer to the applicator.
Fine-tuning the watering program is critical as well, and each superintendent seems to employ a unique strategy with this.
My water schedule is, I'm a big believer in checking dew patterns in the morning and letting that dew pattern be your gauge for how to manage the turf from a moisture standpoint throughout the day. We do a lot of hand watering, particularly on collars, because we have odd-shaped greens. We have a lot of square fronts, and you just don't get even distribution with a sprinkler system, so you can't take all the hand work out of it. So we do a lot of hand watering, and we're always on call in the afternoons to syringe if the green calls for it, because it's gotten unusually hot, as it does for 4 or 5 months of the year here in Augusta. Deep watering, try to deep water every 4th or 5th night maybe, with about 6/10 of an inch of irrigation. And I like to do some flushing when I can.
Maintaining a 90-degree angle on a green isn't easy at all, but visitors love and always comment on the rare, eye-catching square fronts that give this course its uniqueness.
When Brian Silva came here, he had the influence of doing some Rayner work and liking Rayner architecture, and yet seeing the Ross plans that actually called for some square fronts. So he said, we're absolutely going to keep these square fronts.
What does Burleson see as the most important aspect of this job?
But people management is really what it's all about. I mean, my job is to get work done through others and for us all to buy in to one common goal. And that's a challenge every day. You know, I want people to take ownership of this, and I'm looking for people that are passionate, that want to step away at the end of the day and appreciate that straight line that they just mowed, or that shrub that they just pruned, or that bunker they just edged, to take pride in their work. And that's the kind of people I'm looking for on my staff.
As the superintendent sees it, good drainage and people skills carry the day, but you can't stop progress. Change is what will drive this course to the next level of play. So what's on the horizon for Augusta?
Big project on the horizon is 2018. We hope to do a major irrigation update. You know, getting some irrigation on some of these steep bunker faces with pop-ups, maybe getting some dedicated irrigation on these square tee boxes to address just the zoysia. It's going to go from being old and simple to modern, and a lot of heads addressing specific turf types. So we'll be able to be more efficient with our water.